Hey, welcome to Copy Chief Radio. Today's show is a Coffee with Kev episode where you and I have a quick chat, just like we were sitting together in the coffee shop. And my goal is to help you solve one specific problem and find new inspiration for taking your copywriting and your business to the next level. To check out all the Copy Chief Radio episode types, go to copychief.com/CCR. Little coffee this morning. Let's have a chat. I want to talk about dream clients, and I want to talk about crappy clients and how to identify a dream client. I had a lot of clients over my career. I was freelancing for 12 years, especially in the beginning. I had some rough clients. I don't regret it because I learned a lot from it. It's helped me train other freelancers on how to avoid it. But probably the worst gig, well, two stand out. Okay, three. Three gigs. I won't tell you all of them, but the first one that really was brutal was this guy in the biz op market. I was writing on ClickBank back then. Hired me to write a new campaign. He was launching a product called The Boomer's Guide to Internet Marketing. Okay, that's important. The title was The Boomer's Guide to Internet Marketing. So I'm like, all right, I get it. Did a ton of research all about boomers, and I got like talking points down. I was making sure I was speaking their language. I talked to people, boomers in my life, about what's important to them and how they understand how making money online works and all this stuff. And I felt really good about what I wrote. And so I turned the copy into the guy, and he's going, yeah, it really feels like it's only for boomers. He goes, I need it to feel like it's for everybody. I'm like, dude, the title of the product is The Boomer's Guide to Internet Marketing. And he's like, yeah, I know, but, it's really important that everybody, for my affiliates, that it makes sense for their audience. That's an important detail you might have want to throw past me in the beginning there. And so I had to do a bunch of rewriting and somehow do the dumbest thing I could imagine, which was take away a lot of the emphasis on specifically who this product was for and try to say craftily throughout the copy. But even if you're not a boomer, you're going to learn this and that. It was really, really dumb. And beyond that, I let this guy just kind of bat me around when it came to scope. Next thing I know, he's like, hey, could you also write a hype post? We need a free download. So I ended up writing this guy's entire lead magnet, which wasn't even and I didn't, have the confidence to charge him extra for you. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And I just kept justifying it by going, well, it'll be a learning experience. So I ended up doing, I don't know how much work for this guy. I think he paid me $4,000 for the entire package. I mean, everything, the VSL script, the sales letter, all the affiliate emails, the lead magnet. It was brutal. And the guy was kind of a douche throughout the entire thing. So that was the first one that was really okay, I gotta set some boundaries. I gotta quit getting batted around like this. And then from there, things started getting better. I started working with better clients, and you slowly sort of develop this ability to weed out people, who are gonna be a pain in the ass. You start to see the red flags and that stuff. And so some of that stuff, I think you just have to go through to some degree to learn the difference, right? You don't know what you don't know until you know it. But sort of my mission in life, since I started Copy Chief, was to help copywriters avoid some of that pain, at least see the red flags, at least know that you're going into a potentially hazardous scenario. Make your choices. Sometimes you look the other way because you need the cash or whatever, understood. But after 8 years now of running Copy Chief and just about weekly making personal recommendations with copywriters to clients, I've learned a lot, and I've been able to optimize this process because now I almost treat it with more credence than I did, for other people than I did with myself. Because the last thing I want is to recommend a freelancer to a crappy client. And so we went as far as to create covenants for that's a strong word, right? Will you sign this covenant? But that's essentially what it is. It's it's an agreement that clients have to sign. They have to check all the boxes, and just some of it is standard stuff, like it's just how professionals should behave with one another. And by the way, we have a list of covenants for the copywriters as well. It's just common sense, pro code following stuff, right? Be on time, be present for calls, respond to questions within a day, make it clear who is the contact at your company, all those things, obviously don't miss deadlines for the copywriters. It's such an unbelievable difference when both parties go into it agreeing to this. And the cool thing is you see, and I've seen through this process, that the good companies, like the covenants are like no-brainers for them. It's not like, oh, geez, I never realized these things were important. Or, so if they're like skittish about it, or if they have any attitude about it, we don't recommend anybody to them, right? But most of the companies see that and they're like, yeah, of course. Like, this is how, I always treat people, which is great. But it's an important filter. So when it comes to dream clients, here's what to look for. Ideally, first of all, are they present? Like if just getting on the call to talk about working together, if they have to reschedule 4 times or they're late, or they, even worse, like ghost a call and, somehow, I forgot about that. Like, bad sign. There's no reason to think they're going to be different to work with than they are to close the deal with. So it's important that they're present, they're plugged in. It's important that they know what they want from the project, right? It's okay to get on a call and, brainstorm together everything that's needed, but they should understand what they need. They should ideally have some other campaigns to show you things that have worked, things that haven't worked. You just need them to be present. The guru you're writing about needs to be pleasantly available for at least one interview, right? Where you just completely grill them. I mean, this is important because you're getting their story, you're getting their voice down, all the important stuff that allows you to do your work. And I would end up telling these clients, once I started instituting this, that, hey, I can only be as good as what you give me to work with, right? You give me everything I need, and I promise I'm going to turn in something you're very happy with. And if not, we'll work together to get it there. But if they're just like, hey, the worst kind of client was what I used to call lottery ticket clients. They'd say like, here's what I want, man. Just write what is going to crush, and I'll make the product to back it up. I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to promise everything I said, but you're not, I don't trust you to actually make a product that does that. And so a dream client is what it sounds like. Someone who is ready to go, is organized, wants to support you, wants to work with you collaboratively to make sure you write a killer campaign for them, gives you feedback, is open-minded, it trusts your instincts and your judgments. As my friend John Carlton used to say, you get paid the big bucks to make the hard calls, right? That's another thing I had to get used to, was the pressure of them saying, well, we got 2 options here on how to position this. What do you think? And you got to just name one and go with it. You can't be like, I don't know, I guess like both could work, but you just got to go for it. And so those are what dream clients expect. And it's, a little scary the first couple times when you take on a big project and you feel pressure, but it's necessary, to level up yourself. It just creates that new awareness. Like anything you try once that you never thought you could do or feel super scary, and then you do it and you're like, wow, that was fun, that was exhilarating. That's a thing I do now. It's just the natural progression of how we advance. Hey, it's Kev here, and look, I get it. I know there's so many communities, I'm doing air quotes, communities, for entrepreneurs out there, all filled with their own version of overnight experts chirping at you from behind the screen. You got your Facebook groups, your Clubhouse rooms, just experts galore. How often do you feel like you're being pinballed around from thing to thing and picking up a little bit, a little piece there? How much of that is actually making it into your brain, and your fingers and your business and affecting your money? How many of these people are actually out there in the field getting their hands dirty and testing to find out what actually works and what flops? Well, in the Copy Chief community, a real community, you get shoulder to shoulder with the most active, successful marketers working in the trenches today, all while learning from industry legends who rarely teach anywhere else, if ever. Copy Chief is an amazing community, super newbie friendly. Also, you'll find elite level marketers and copywriters in there. They're all working to become the best at their craft, get paid top dollar for their skills, stay ahead of the competition by keeping their finger on the pulse of what's working now. That's the X factor when you're backed up by a community and you can get any question you have answered by people who actually do this stuff and can tell you from real world experience what to do for your project, for your offer, for your funnel, for your clients. Man, you're unstoppable when you've got that kind of confidence. So go check us out at copychief.com/join. If you've never been a member, you're going to see what you've been missing and you're going to say, where has this been all my life? And if you've been a member in the past, I would invite you to come and check out all the new stuff. We've completely updated all the tech. So we're on brand new platforms. Everything is slick and smooth and easy to access. And it's never been better. Copychief.com/join. I'll look for you inside. And obviously, dream clients need to be able to pay your fee. They need to be comfortable paying a higher fee. They need to be comfortable paying a percentage of that fee up front. You don't want to be waiting on money or ever having to chase somebody down for money. That is a bad sign. You got to have hard rules of engagement. This is how it works. So when you send your proposal and they accept the proposal, then you send up a follow-up with, okay, here's what's going to happen next. Number one, you're going to make this payment. Number two, once I receive payment, we will set up an interview. I'll need at least an hour, within this time frame. I'll need all these materials. I need access to the program. I need a list of customers that I can reach out to, all those kinds of things. And so dream clients are a dream to work with. They really are. My best clients later in my career, they would book me, 6 months before the date that I was to start on the project so that I could help them develop the product, especially if it was a new product. I had one guy who would find a guru that he wanted to work with, and he'd even have me get on a call with the person so that I could look for all those traits, and he trusted my feedback. We even did entire video shoots together. One time we went to Wimberley, Texas, where Dr. Joe Vitale lives, and shot not only the product, but the promo over a week, with a full video crew on set. It was fantastic. Those are the best gigs, man, when you're just really a part of it. You're not just like sort of sitting on the outside, stressing out when you hit send on your first draft, hoping that it's going to come back with a pound of red ink. That's how we measure liquid, right? Pounds? Anyway, dream clients is what we're striving for in Copy Chief. Oh, here's another thing now, next level dream client. So, if you're individual and you're coming in and they're agreeing to everything and you've got a good system for working at a high level with high level clients, then great, it can go really well. Next level dream client is where you can get hired to join a team where there is a copy chief. So your work is going to be, someone's going to work with you to make sure your copy is the best it can be. So you don't have to necessarily get it perfect on the first draft, right? It's an ongoing process. Obviously, you're learning from that chief and only getting better at writing for that client as you go. You're part of a team and you have access to everybody all the time. One client that I work with has a really great system. They're not a publisher, they're a smaller company, but when he hires a copywriter, first of all, his starting salary is like $93,000 a year for standard. This is not even a senior position, right? And you get a project, you get a brief, you get outlines of everything you need to write, and then you go back and forth with not only the chief, the president of the company, and get all the bullet points, the talking points, the copy outline decided first, and then you're just free to write and go create, bring your magic to it. Then it goes to the chief, and it goes back and forth until it's done. Totally stress-free. It's really a joyous way to work in copy. And so those are the kind of clients that we're working with, that we vet, that we train sometimes even their teams to behave that way, right? If they don't have something like that in place yet, we help them install it so that we can plug talented copywriters into that and make everything flow smoothly. So that is a dream client, and that is what we've been doing in Copy Chief. We've got a slew of companies now who exclusively get their copywriters from us because they have this system in place, and it's incredible. It's a world of difference. So if you're not in Copy Chief, I definitely recommend that you come in and see how we work with these companies. And the other cool thing they do is, like, for instance, we have private recruiting clubs. We do this for Agora. We do this for Grant Cardone. We do this for Miracy, where they help train you on the copy that they want you to write for them, right? And they teach you about their campaigns and their launches and their products and their clients, whether or not you write for them, right? They're just there to help everybody get better, with the goal of having you write for them if it's a fit, right? Again, that's a dream come true, like to be trained for free and then apply to somebody who's already like a friend. It's the opposite of the typically adversarial client copywriter relationship. And so I wanted to share that with you, let you know that that's the kind of work we're doing in Copy Chief to make this just a better career for everybody. Man, when I go on, Facebook, and I go into some of these groups and I see how these quote unquote clients advertise their gigs to people, it's just, man, it makes me a little angry, makes me sad, because it's just all wrong. It's all backwards. It's a lot of posturing. It's like, if you can prove yourself worthy, then I'll hire you, and then I've got a lot of other work, and I might even refer you. It's like a threat more than a welcome, and it's just, so if that's all you've seen, just know it isn't always like that. It doesn't have to be like that. First of all, most importantly, set a standard for yourself. Take notes about the things I just laid out to you and make sure that you have a process in place to make it clear to your clients that this is how you do business. Trust me, even if that feels uncomfortable to you, it's going to make your life better. It's going to make the client see you as more of a pro. Because I remember in the beginning, like I was afraid to put any friction between me and the money, right? It's like, you need what written? Okay, you agree to my price? Great. Okay, send the payment. And I didn't want to I don't want to send a contract and that's going to hold things up and then they might get cold feet, and forget that. Like, you're a pro, and good clients expect those kinds of things. They want to know how this is going to work. They want to know their responsibility, and changes everything. It just makes a world of difference. So I hope this was helpful. Define for yourself what a dream client would be, right? What market are they in? What industries? What are their principles? What is their integrity? What is their record? What would they have to give you to start a project? Decide those things for yourself. This is your business. No one's going to care about it more than you. Get comfortable telling people when they're asking you to do something out of scope, and telling them what it will cost for you to add that on, if that's even an option. Make sure they understand that there are hard deadlines for getting you the material you need. Otherwise, they may lose the deposit. It may delay the project, right? They have to understand that there's consequences to them not being pros the way they expect you to be a pro. And I'm telling you, it'll change everything in your business. So there you go. Dream clients. define it, write it down, write it out, identify some companies that you would love to write for and study their stuff and reach out to them. Let them know that you're a pro and you think you have a lot to add to their company. You'd be shocked at how many companies you would think have their copy all locked up, need copywriters, need new copywriters. This is often a transient business, right? And so even if somebody's not hiring today, they may be hiring the day you reach out to them. So don't hold back. That's one other great piece of advice I can give you about working with dream clients. Just take a shot and reach out. Just be cool about it. Don't pitch yourself. It's not, you don't want to look like every other piece of spam they get. If you're a fan of what they do and you think it'd be cool to work for them, just reach out and tell them. Tell them why you like their stuff. Tell them what you have experience with, and just let them know that if they have that need, that you are open. And I'm telling you, good companies will respond to good people sending good messages. All right, I appreciate you listening and look forward to the next one. Have a great day. And of course, if you're ready to join Copy Chief, just go to copychief.com/join. That's how you get in. And when you do, send me a direct message and let me know you're in, that you heard this episode, and let me know what you're up to so I can help. See you there. Hey, don't forget your goodies. Head over to copychief.com/copychiefradio to get some great free stuff to help you put the things you hear on the show into action for your business. Copychief.com/CCR.